last episode, episode 196, got changed to 2 parts, bro. That's because the stream was acting up previously, so yeah. That the second part of the episode, which lasted for a little over 2 hours. So essentially, that basically took too long, bro. No, not too long. It took too much space. So yeah. Anyways, well, prefer or do. We're gonna go into chapter 4. Let's do this shit. And I'm doing missions this episode, so yeah. Damn. You need affirmatory, bro. And note that signaling is the one that tranquilized you, bro. Yeah, I know he's there, Dr. Brother, I know.
There's something wrong with the seawater. Okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered. No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipe?
Right, the pipe. It's all coming back to me now.
Yo. Oh, alright. First, it's a penguin friend. Alright.
Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
So this is supposed to be a flashback. Alright. He's quiet, alright. Or oh yeah, or I think you meant to say Tyra, I think. Or Cryo or whatever. Yeah, alright, Cryo. Alright. Yep. Alright. I got it. Oh, I was about to say, what the hell? I was about to say. But it turns out that we have to go even further down. Yeah, I know. His father is the knife. I don't understand. Wait, hold on a second. I don't understand why they call the knife fodder if you can clearly see that she's female. So yeah, shouldn't it be mother? If anything, like that's the main problem when they call her fodder. So yeah, because usually when because you yeah, all right, you agree because usually the mother is supposed to be female and the father is male. So yeah, that's how it's always been. So yeah.
This is where the war starts. Okay. Master Child probably danced into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Diving the water to investigate. That's the cool part about Fontaine is that you're actually able to swim wi- without without wasting your stamina. Laney is the Riz. What do you mean by that? Because I'm not used to those new slangs. That's why. That's that Primario water. That's that Primario seawater mixed in with the regular seawater.
Okay. I have to get back. It's a little bit interesting about what's going on. Exactly. I should still be connected.
Okay, return shore quickly. Damn. Damn. I'm shocked that he survived after that. So yeah.
So, in other words, the Tory were following them, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to disappear.
Alright. I understand what you mean now.
That's right. I tried my best to come back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress. And I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I'll probably pass out some time after that. And you know the rest.
Miss Corinne brought me back. And we also don't know why she keeps suddenly appeared at the portrait. What am I supposed to do to you?
Well, for real.
Miss Corinne, you think? I was suspicious on purpose.
Oh, you have all of them? That's cool. That's actually pretty cool that you have all of them. So yeah.
Let's go 2 weeks anyway. You can go after you've had some more rest. And this one I was like, I'm going to be just around and stay here as a guest for another 2 days. So there's no need to hurry.
I guess. Then I can assume Riley was the one who invited her to come down here.
Yeah. I know you have the Hydro Archon. You said that a shit ton of times. So, yeah, I seen you use her a number of times. So yeah, I already know that. So you don't have to keep bringing it up.
I think you asked your face about that. You'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it.
Yeah,
Don't talk
we
to me.
can have fun reaction towards what's going on. Want to come with us, please?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to lose that yet. The logical part of my brain is aware that you're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you were just in danger.
No, it's alright, Queen. It's it's alright, Queen. It's alright. It's just that it's just that I already know that you have Serena. That's all.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while. Hey, actually, I'll leave you if I really see you. McCaffrey and I are going to head out now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Alright.
I'm so sorry.
I'm also really sorry, Leia. I should have been more careful.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You see, I know. If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found things to come. No, how can you say that? Huh? I'm sorry.
And hearing me, we all dropped the ball at some point during the midday. So the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's not all of us.
And we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Alright. You can play with me later. I'll remind you when it's time. I'll remind you. It's just that right now I want to do uh, some. I just want to do some parts of the mission. That's it. Now it's time to go to Duke's office. Alright, talk to Rise, please. Alright, you love playing as the sister of Aether Lumine. Yeah, I like playing as Lumine as well. But yeah.
I think Mr. Criminate's condition will stabilize?
Of course. I wouldn't have left him infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting yours to, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Eagley?
I wanted to check up on Miss Claire. How are you feeling?
Making fun, okay?
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam, and it'll just take a few minutes.
Whoa. That now that now that makes it shocking of what you said.
All right. Thank you for looking after me. I'll take my leave for now then.
Well, want to explain yourself wisely?
Of course. But I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Yeah, please enlighten us as much you like, Risley.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? We can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
And where are all the kids? Did you know about Rainy Falls from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the name tag. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them, even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate child's disappearance. Many suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But that's true. I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did it on his own.
Oh, she has novelettes first? Wow, that's crazy.
Of course, it's inevitable that the maid would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were helping Rainy prove that the studio was for you!
Damn, 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 how fucking lazy are you, Risley?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meriki is on the rise.
Oh, you lost her to Mona. Wow. That's crazy. It just sucks that it's hard trying to get a 5-star character from the Wish thing. Because 9 times out of 10 you'll just be getting up to 4 stars for the most part. But there be those rare times that that players would get 5-star characters. So yeah.
The Forbidden Zone has always been Lane's target. You got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Is that really true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Is he staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Wow.
Oh, right. I wanted to ask, who's the fighting crime down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good more to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Wow.
As a champion duelist, Miss Moran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. He was always lazy. Always trying to have people essentially do his dirty work for him. So yeah.
And saving the seminar was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So Forbidden Zone
That's not
really
something you should be asking at me. Nevertheless, only ask you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to friends. You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yeah.
Follow me.
All Risley. Oh, damn. Some hidden stairways. Oh, he a 5-star as well?
Hey, Georgia? And what gangster behind you? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Riley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Narratives is.
Oh, also title? Okay.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or what?
Whoa.
So, this is the forbidden zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, none of sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
Oh, so
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name, Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little cocoon friends everything?
well, wasn't too interested in anything from them.
Well, I advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Oh, wow. Let's keep exploring.
Oh, so there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Oh, they all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Have a look. Oh, rise and explore ahead. This room is really empty with nothing here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive fluid gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Narratives. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter has been tracking the change to its own maintenance mechanism. Normally, I would have ignored it. That happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The water pressure.
Very reasonable guesses. I considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
Alright.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis.
Alright.
Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Lemonade displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater from the seawater nearby.
Alright.
Concentration of primordial seawater? Where are they going to be?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the that. Now that Neverland knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find it totally. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this system. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now at the edge. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back its...
Oh, see if we can through.
Yeah, we know what the legend said. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will return to the puddles in its stamina night.
Why did the person compare being built right above Tuesday to the Primordial Sea? What built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone has been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Narratives in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left out by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydra Archon Etheria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack, chasing away the damage. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-filling cold. Some of them began to repent and pray to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them. He said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
Wow.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the tree and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there, and over the years, helped it grow.
Wow, so Fontaine has 3 hydro characters. Wow, that's
As
crazy.
the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left a yet unfinished fortress to their successors.
Yeah, it is weird seeing that Fontaine only has 3 hydro characters, considering that Fontaine is basically centered around the Hydro Archon arena. So yeah. This is strange. So yeah.
The Hydro Archon continued to run his support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the Sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repentant sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld.
Wow, yeah, that's even crazier, bro. That's even crazier that Notlon only has 1 Pyro character. And that being the Pyro Archon herself, Moika. So yeah. Like, I would have thought that those places would have had more of said skill. Like, I honestly thought that I honestly thought Fontaine was gonna have more hydro characters, and I thought Not Long was gonna have more pyro characters, but apparently not. Like,
Once they finished serving their sentence, some people left, some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the empty pieces of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reasons for the fortress's founding. Nowadays, they see it's an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as a place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just bothers me it all up.
wow. Yeah, it's strange that Leeway only has 3 Geo characters. Yeah, that's really strange. Since Leeway Archon since Leeway's Archon is the Geo Archon, which being John Lee. So yeah.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. Just as the prophecy says, if this king said it, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in philosophy? What? No, wait, sorry. Do you believe in prophecy? Prophecies?
To be frank, not really.
Oh,
After
Samara.
that, I can stop this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Yes, Samara has 5. Yeah, Samara has 5 central characters, yeah.
Prophecies are troublesome. The healing one will create the first wave of panic. When scientific will bring about the second, actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So the Duke of Metalfeed, guess what? Do you plan to go about?
Let's go somewhere else. I'm going to show you something.
Alright.
This is it.
You're right. Perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
It's important. It's not right. Huh? You are being Junior?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
Yeah.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about anything?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? You two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right, then. There's no great contest.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroduction? This is Julius, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Yes, we have.
Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were Archean and gravimeters. As his assistant, Superior is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meridian?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
You gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus. Focus.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lordini, and he's also one of my technical consultants. While Superior used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Superior's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
Everyone keeps asking this question. Are you sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
You're great. I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
This constant evasion makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks everything's super cool.
Talia could have been our first Hydro Claymore character, but instead they made a Catalyst instead with his Dendro. Wow. Just no ass room.
Let's pick up a bit. And here you go.
Holy shit. This same shit.
This is a door projection zone that Paramount's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe
Wow.
you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Wow. By the from Maria Dynasty, wow. So yeah, that's crazy.
According to legend, the Lemurian king after being inspired by divine revelation, and found the spirit of Viva, who was taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the Fruited Waves.
Alright.
He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
Alright.
Is it chicken mystery too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of the voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. You've already seen I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't have to give it a try. At the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, and I also began this project.
Are you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Spontaneous needs something to hold on to cope with an intended disaster.
This is a plan for the ages.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As a fortress's administrator, I've never made such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Alright.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
It means that my actions will now decide next up to Lane's truth case. Otherwise, if I want to tell Lane the truth, I must make him understand that we can't afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah. We're gonna want to find into it for sure.
Great.
Yeah, we will.
I look forward to what happens.
So, do this cutscene.
Welcome back. You want a cup of tea? That's gonna be so much more fun for you. Oh, tea.
Oh, hey, again. The stream was messing up, so I had to restart the stream, so yeah.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was doing it, I could stay very good 2 feet talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
You must have been rising in peace with it.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been 2 of them. They really were just talking about their own peace.
I really can't make sense of this place. So, Travis, Pilot, were you able to learn anything from Roston?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind taking your answers against my speculation?
Laney sounds a lot more like his old self.
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Alright.
Nobody else is around, and this evening is also going to do something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theory. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Frenemy affected by the primordial sea water? It was because we dove into the sea. My theory is the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Miracle.
Ooh, that's good.
Wow.
Got that right on the first try.
That's all it is. Second theory. Riley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. She ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the bikini since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Yeah, I like how. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That I like how the magician twins are wearing clothes on their left and right shoulders. Yeah.
What's more, the fortress of Narratives is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Vivex Nervus. Rightly is basically the king of a no man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lane's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
Super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block of the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
After deliberation, you share your information with them. So yeah.
I can't believe it.
Mystery will involve everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Heart as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to approach you.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our Father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Heart at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now. You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lily when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it. Why are the views so formal all of a sudden?
Show my fan. What was that? Lumine's like, oh dear, not this bitch again. Like, that's the face that Lumine be making.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, so let's get you guys another time.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
You're incredibly helpful. Don't you think so too?
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that?
Yeah, yeah. I wish we didn't have Paimon either. Like, honestly, Paimon can be annoying at times. Like, well, at least most of the time. Most of the time, she's pretty annoying for her. So. And I feel like this would work just fine without her. If I'm being honest. So. And besides, the player themselves is learning how to play, how to play as a traveler. So yeah, and the game will tell us how to how everything goes or how the game's played, regardless. So yeah, there's no real use for Paimon if I'm being honest. Yeah, she is bothersome. Yeah, yeah. That's why I love the hangout events because with the hangout events, with the exception of one of the characters. Wait, let me see one of the characters in the archive one. When I did hangout events. Oh, they don't show it hangout events. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, they show it over here. I forgot. Okay, with the exception of Paizu's hangout event, Paimon does not show up at all in the hangout event. So yeah, which is why I like the hangout events a lot because Paimon has no involvement in it, in it except for the Haizu hangout event. So yeah, so yeah. Hold on a sec, I gotta redeem the the shit for the daily commission shit, and then
Add after I thank you for completing today's commission. Here's your reward.
all right, now you can join. I'm just gonna spawn. I'm gonna spawn right here. It's all right. It's all right. It's nothing major I'm doing right now until I wait. So yeah. How of all the all cards, Serena is yeah, Jack one. Yeah, yeah, she is. Wait, why you can't join? No wait. Wait, what happened? Your game's messing up? Wait, let me try. Wait, let me. How about that? Yeah. Huh? Wait, let me. I think. Let me try to respawn somewhere else. Okay, now you should be able to join. All right.
Even the most unassuming ingredients can produce astounding flavors. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell, a refined